A significant ship find alters everything. The Curse of Oak Island's 8th season centers on the discovery of a significant ship that could change the course of the inquiry completely. The gang discovers a polished piece of wood that resembles a handrail, which prompts them to surmise that it was once a section of a ship's railing attached to the surrounding stone road. This finding adds to the body of data suggesting that the wetland once served as an open seaport. However, a large object is impeding their efforts and keeping them from going any further. The gang remains unwavering in their resolve to explore the marsh and learn what lies beneath its surface despite this obstacle. Despite the fact that a significant ship finding has completely changed everything, one of the objects that the crew discovers is a polished piece of wood that resembles a railing. They believe it to be a fragment of a ship's railing and that it is attached to the surrounding stone path. This would provide further evidence that the marsh formerly served as an open harbor. They encounter a large item, though, which prohibits them from exploring further and learning more. They won't stop looking until they find what's hidden there, since the group is certain that the swamp holds the knowledge they require. During the 8th season of The Curse of Oak Island, a significant shipwreck is discovered and made public. The group finds a significant relic that has the power to change the direction their search will take, which throws everything into confusion. The find raises questions about the ship's history and purpose while also giving the members new causes for optimism and excitement. The group is more motivated than ever to carry out their inquiry and uncover new clues that could ultimately unveil the secrets of Oak Island. As the mystery grows more baffling, a number of shipping logs were found by the brothers, providing proof that an armada of French soldiers reached Oak Island in 1746. The Duc d'Anville expedition, which was sent from France with the goal of retaking Louisbourg, may have been the source of the artifacts. One of the most thrilling metal detector discoveries on the show happened in the 1st season. Steve Zazel discovered a copper coin of the Spanish 8 denomination. The object was probably moved there at some point in the 17th century. During the 2nd season of The Curse of Oak Island, metal detecting helped uncover more old coins. Gary Drayton found 2 Britannia coins from King Charles II's reign while walking along the shore. One was hidden beneath a layer of rocks, and one had the year 1771 carved into its surface. When the crew inspected one of the coins found that season in the episode titled The 90-Foot Stone, they discovered what appeared to be a cross symbol on one side of the coin. The show named it the 90-Foot Stone, as it gave searchers the greatest degree of hope. In 2022 or before, a significant archaeological find was made. One episode from the 5th season focused on one of the most important discoveries in the series. Drayton and Rick Lagina found a solid lead cross at the seashore after bringing their metal detectors there. Upon analysis, the artifact was determined to have most likely originated in the 13th century. Additional investigations established a link between Oak Island and the Knights Templar. In subsequent episodes, another of Drayton and Rick Lagina's gems was uncovered using a metal detector in the 6th season's opening episode. To search for hidden wealth, they traveled to a region of the island that had not previously been investigated. They moved a big boulder, dragged it up from under it, and found copper in a well-preserved cartwheel 2 pence. Drayton used his metal detector to focus on a signal, which Rick Lagina used as a guide to find and unearth a jeweled brooch. Leaded glass was used to make the gem, and gold was used to make the other parts of the jewelry. This archaeological gem was uncovered thanks to the use of ground-penetrating radar. Initially, it was thought to be a crossbow bolt, but an authority on antiquities speculated that it might have been a javelin, a weapon used by the Romans more than 2,000 years ago. The team found a metal object in the 2nd episode of the 9th season that appeared to be the object they had been searching for since the beginning of the show. Further inspection revealed that only a small fraction of the object was truly made of gold. Through each season, the show explores the exploits of full-time treasure hunters, and the secrets surrounding Oak Island only grow more complicated. Their findings, made with metal detectors, open up previously imagined doors. However, viewers are reminded that the same results can be achieved with their own gear, so long as they get permission before searching on someone else's property or open space. It is widely acknowledged that the discovery of the island's money pit marked the beginning of the history of treasure hunting on Oak Island. The pit, often known as the money pit, is a human-made hole that is frequently assumed to be the location of lost treasures. The story goes that in 1795, while on an adventure on the island, a group of boys around the age of 13 discovered a dip in the earth. They began digging, believing it to be a fake hole, and as they dug, they found multiple layers of wood and other things. However, a mysterious flood stopped them in their tracks, filling the hole with water and blocking any further excavation. As soon as word of the discovery spread, treasure seekers from all over the world flocked to Oak Island to look for the loot. The Onslow Company, a group of financiers, organized the first orderly excavation of the Money Pit in 1803. Despite their best efforts, they were unable to reach the bottom of the hole and had to cease digging. Many groups attempted to unravel the riddle surrounding the island throughout the following century, but all were in vain. The most serious obstacle was the flooding of the pit, which made further research in the area unsafe and difficult. The hole was also equipped with a number of intricate devices that, when activated, would force the pit to overflow with water and prevent access to the treasure. Despite these challenges, excavations continued, and the Oak Island Treasure Company was founded in 1861. This team managed to dig down to a depth of 90 feet before flooding once more hampered their attempts. The excavations were permanently halted in 1909 when the company went out of business. Since then, several other parties have attempted to find the treasure buried on Oak Island, but the riddle of the Money Pit remains unsolved. The discovery of the Money Pit and the initial excavations on the island significantly impacted its history and the ongoing search for treasure. Despite the challenges and barriers faced, interest in the mystery has not lessened over 300 years of searching. Numerous difficulties and failures have been encountered, but new organizations have stepped up in recent years with the goal of unlocking the island's mysteries. One of the most significant recent events was the founding of the Oak Island Tourism Society in 2010. Dedicated to preserving the island's heritage and promoting tourism, the organization has significantly contributed to raising public knowledge about Oak Island and the treasure hunt. The group has also participated in a number of archaeological digs across the island. During the final excavation on Oak Island, researchers made a dreadful discovery that could alter everything we thought we knew about the island's enigmatic past. Excavations in the Money Pit region uncovered traces of silver and gold at approximately 90 feet deep, sparking intense speculation that they were close to discovering the legendary treasure chamber. However, their progress was halted by a formidable bedrock formation at 130 feet, throwing their efforts into uncertainty. Despite the obstacles, the crew's unwavering determination continued to drive them forward. Armed with newly acquired knowledge and an insatiable desire for answers, the Lagina brothers and their companions prepared to delve even deeper into Oak Island's mysteries. With each step, they moved closer to uncovering secrets concealed for centuries, fueling the enduring legend of Oak Island and its hidden treasures. The team focused on an area in the swamp because they believed it would provide important clues as to the location of the treasure. Using advanced ground-penetrating radar technology, they scanned the surface of the swamp, revealing anomalies that may indicate the presence of concealed chambers or tunnels. The ground-penetrating radar surveys uncovered a remarkable discovery: a network of interconnected tunnels beneath the swamp. The crew realized that these tunnels might hold the key to unlocking Oak Island's final secrets. Filled with anticipation, they prepared to investigate these underground passages, knowing they were on the verge of a significant discovery. With their specialized equipment and protective gear, the crew entered the recently unearthed tunnels with courage. The ambience inside was damp and unsettling, amplifying their feelings of excitement and danger. As they progressed deeper into the complex labyrinth, they discovered shards of tools, signs of human habitation, and cryptic symbols etched into the tunnel walls. Each step brought them closer to the long-awaited revelation. After years of arduous searching, the team uncovered a secret chamber concealed deep within the tunnels. As they cautiously opened the chamber door, they were dumbfounded by what they saw. They stood in awe as they encountered the ultimate prize they had tirelessly sought. The treasure that had evaded them for what seemed like an eternity suddenly materialized before their eyes. It was an awe-inspiring sight, a collection of dazzling jewels, each glistening in its own brilliant hue. Alongside them were artifacts that told tales of long-vanished civilizations. The containers were brimming with unfathomable riches, including gold and silver that glistened with unrivaled opulence. After years of effort, the Oak Island curse was ultimately resolved. Their perseverance and diligence paid off as they uncovered secrets that had been concealed for centuries. In that moment of triumph, they felt a mixture of pleasure and relief, knowing that their perseverance had led to the discovery of a lifetime. Click the subscribe button if the video has piqued your interest thus far. The discovery of the treasure on Oak Island was not only a triumph for the Lagina brothers and their team, but also a demonstration of human tenacity and the enduring appeal of adventure. From the revelation of concealed pirate wealth suggested by the discovery of a Spanish copper coin from the 17th century to the discovery of gold traces nearly 9 seasons later, the following are the most shocking moments from Oak Island. First, the Merit copper coin in the Season 1 finale, titled Find, metal detection expert Steve Zazulek fortuitously encountered a coin bearing the inscription 8 during his exploration of the swamp on Oak Island. Upon closer inspection, this ostensibly inconsequential find became highly consequential. In the Season 2 premiere, entitled Once and Forever, it was revealed that the coin in question was a Spanish 8 more of 8 copper coin, probably originating from the 17th century. Adding to the intrigue, the discovery of the year 1652, engraved on its reverse, further solidified the find. Subsequently, a coin and a military button from the 17th century were featured in Episode 2 of The Curse of Oak Island, entitled Return to the Money Pit. In this episode, treasure hunter Gary Drayton not only made 2 noteworthy discoveries but also struck gold. His initial find while metal detecting near the shoreline was particularly intriguing. Drayton unearthed a button from a military officer's uniform from the 17th century. However, they were unable to definitively determine which military the button belonged to. This finding added another dimension of intrigue to the Oak Island mystery, implying a possible historical association with a military presence on the island. It prompted speculation about whether the military was involved in the concealed secrets beneath the surface. Although the revelations did not extend that far, Drayton and his team proceeded to a nearby wooded area where they made their second discovery of the day, a small coin resembling the Morov found in the previous season's finale. However, there was a twist. It was noticeably smaller, possibly signifying 2 mavies rather than the larger 8. "Oh, they are different, aren't they? They almost appear to be a Templar cross," one remarked. These coins may have been small, but their significance was enormous. One of the coins found strewn across the shoreline bore the inscription 1771, which unequivocally established its age. Immediately, the question that captivated all was as follows: where on earth did these coins from the 17th century originate? Were they accidentally dropped during the pursuit of the fabled buried treasure, or could they represent something more peculiar? As we continue, let us discuss the Knights Templar coin from Season 2, Episode 5, entitled The 90th Stone, which stands out as one of those moments that left a lasting impression. A few episodes earlier, Gary Drayton and his team discovered an object that was not at all ordinary. Treasure hunter and diver Tony Sampson noticed an extraordinary cross design on one side of the coin. This cross had the distinct appearance of a Knights Templar cross. Before we continue, let's discuss why this is so perplexing. The Knights Templar were a powerful and secretive medieval order renowned for what initially seemed like a small Spanish Morov coin, turned out to be a potential link to a vast Knights Templar fortune that could be hidden somewhere on Oak Island. The idea that this island could hold the key to a legendary Templar treasure drove fans and treasure hunters alike to be captivated. Now, let's shift our attention to the grape-shot ammunition and horseshoe in Season 5, Episode 8, titled Dan's Breakthrough. It was one of those moments that added more pieces to the puzzle and kept viewers captivated. The Lagina brothers and Gary Drayton, never ones to give up, decided to return to Lot 16 near the area where they had previously found 2 English coins in an earlier Season 5 episode, Obstruction. They were on a mission to continue their treasure hunt, and boy, did they make some fascinating discoveries. First, they came across a small horseshoe fragment, suggesting it might have been made for a mule or a pony. This was a clue that hinted at the possibility of some kind of activity involving animals in the past on Oak Island. But then things took a more dramatic turn. The trio stumbled upon a piece of ammunition known as grapeshot. Grapeshot was essentially a cluster of small, round iron balls fired from ship cannons. The fact that they found this on the island was incredibly intriguing. It hinted at a historical connection to maritime activity, possibly even battles or hidden caches of valuables. The surprises didn't end there. They also discovered another small coin, likely from the 17th century, consistent with previous coin findings on the island. Each of these artifacts contributed an additional layer to the expanding enigma of Oak Island. However, the 16th episode of Season 5, entitled Seeing Red, featuring the Garnet Pendant, was a game-changer that kept viewers on the edge of their seats. Rick Lagina and Gary Drayton revisited the location where they had previously unearthed a decorative keyhole. Unbeknownst to them at the time, their return journey would unearth an even more valuable artifact. They discovered a military button from the 17th century, resembling the button they encountered in Episode 2 of Season 2. However, the situation became truly thrilling when they unearthed a brooch and what at first appeared to be a multifaceted ruby. In the Season 5 finale, the stakes were abruptly elevated to an entirely new level when the possibility of discovering a precious gemstone on Oak Island kept viewers on the edge of their seats. Incredible discoveries. Gary Drayton had this jewelry examined by a gemologist, and the revelation was nothing short of astounding. What they had mistaken for a ruby was, in fact, a hand-cut Raleigh garnet set in silver. Even more astounding, the estimated date of this gem was from the 1500s or 1600s. This semi-precious gemstone was not only a valuable discovery but the most valuable treasure the Lahaina team possessed. Following that, the gold-plated brooch was featured in Season 6, specifically in the premiere episode, The Discovery. Rick's Big Bang Theory was a genuine game-changer that filled the audience with anticipation. Finally, in Episode 14 of Season 8, titled Fire in the Hole, archaeologists discovered hand-painted pottery that hinted at a long history of human activity on Oak Island. Lastly, gold was unearthed in Episode 2 of Season 9.